Okay, we get asked all the time about great places to hike around the Green Lake area. Well, today we are here at Powell Springs. We're going to go and meet with Mark and Derek from the Green Lake Conservancy, see not just Powell Springs, but a number of other cool properties that you can hike in for free around Green Lake. Let's go and check them out. Okay, we're here today with Mark and Derek from the Green Lake Conservancy at the beautiful property that is Powell Springs here. Mark, can you tell us a little bit about the history of the Conservancy?
Sure. So Green Lake Conservancy is about 30 years old this year. This is one of many conservancies that are around the country, but this particular one was started by a group of people here in the Green Lake area. It was an offshoot of the Green Lake Association, and its purpose is to identify and secure and protect lands primarily in the Green Lake watershed that are important, that have environmental significance, historical significance, a significance to helping protect the environment in this general area. So this group has, over the years, collected these properties, sometimes purchasing them, sometimes they were given to us, and then turning them back to their natural condition, like they were 200 years ago, and then making them available to the public. And so that's really what our mission is. That's what we do. So now we have about 16 of them around the area.
Wow, that is amazing. We're going to go and check out Powell Springs down here and also a number of other properties around the area as well. So follow along. So Derek, these properties, beautiful properties, are open to the public, right? What can people expect when they come and check out these properties?
Each one's a little different. The best thing to know about Powell is it is open every day from dusk till dawn. It is unfortunately closed, or fortunately perhaps, closed during the gun deer hunting season, and no hunting is allowed on this property. So we'd like to make sure people know that. A couple of highlights of the property are, of course, the spring, which it's named after. It's only dried up once that I'm aware of, but roaring pretty good right now. It's about a 1.3 mile path. It's somewhat slippery at this point, so if you're coming, make sure to wear appropriate hiking shoes. It's got some historical boards, which I'm sure we'll show you in a little bit, that you can grab a QR code and it'll give you a nice dissertation about different points on the property. And then we're standing on probably one of the more focal points is the bridge, which a lot of people like to take pictures on.
Yeah, that is amazing. Well, from here, we're going to go and check out one of the newest properties in the portfolio, and that is Spalding Hill. So follow us along, we'll go and see that one. Okay, we are here at Spalding Hill, which is one of the newest properties in the Conservancy portfolio. We're right here on the east end of Big Green Lake. Derek, can you tell us a little bit about what the process is, or what's involved in bringing the new property into the portfolio?
This property was, I'm going to call it probably the most standard. It's somebody who wants to sell a property, but is not necessarily interested in the highest price. They want to do some good for society. So in this case, we worked, Lisa Rios with the Green Lake Sanitary District, worked very closely with the Mildebrands, and we were able to bring that under the umbrella. We work closely with the Sanitary District. The Conservancy and the Sanitary District co-own a lot of properties. This is one of them. And the Sanitary District did a lot of work to get this so that we would have trails and make it much more accessible for folks. And we helped as much as we could, but in this particular case, it was mostly the Sanitary District, whereas Takora, we both did a lot of work, but we did more. So it's a great partnership. We both figure out ways to acquire and make properties accessible.
Yeah, that's great. I know right here by the water is fantastic. And you mentioned Takora is the next property that we're going to check out. That's got its own interesting kind of process and story and history as well. So why don't we shoot over there and go and see what's happening with Takora?
Wonderful.
So we've seen Powell Springs. We've been to Spalding Hill. Right now we're outside Takora. We're going to go explore this one and just another piece of amazing property here around Green Lake. Let's go. Okay, so we've been walking the trails. We're now over on the Spring Lake side of the Takora property here, which the gem of this property is it touches both Big Green and Spring Lake here as well. So there was a bit of a process with this property, bringing this into the Conservancy, right, Mark? What's the story there?
So this originally was, since 1920s, it was a camp. It belonged to Boys and Girls Clubs of Madison originally, and it was Camp Takora. In the 60s, the Chicago Baptists bought it and turned it into Camp Grow. It was a church camp from then till 2017. when the owners of the property, the churches, decided to sell it, we were able to have a conversation with the Conservancy folks because I knew that they would be interested in this type of property. And so talking with them, getting them connected with the owners of the property, now they had to come up and figure out how to go raise about close to $4 million. So, you know, it's an all volunteer board. There's no staff here. So this group had to get people together, take them on tours of this property, talk to donors, get them interested. There was also a special grant that was written through the state of Wisconsin, through the DNR, the Knowles grant, that came up with $2 million that allowed them really then to use that to accelerate the interest locally that we could do this. And then it was private donors, which is a lot of what our funding is private donors from the area and beyond that are interested in the mission. So through that, they had about, I don't know, 5 months, 4 months, maybe tops, to raise the money to do it, and they did. So that's all good, and they got the property. But now you have to take apart a whole camp. Think about that. Dining halls, cabins, waterfronts, foundations, get it all off the land here, convert it back to what it might have been 200 years ago. So it took a couple of years to pull that off, with volunteers helping. The Amish helped getting things out of here, and then being able to carry it forward, as you see now, what it might have been like 200 years ago. So that's sort of the process of what it took to do such a thing like this.
It's amazing. I know we're going to go and explore the Green Lake side here as well, but I want to thank you both for having us along. I mean, these properties are, so many people talk to us about where can we go hiking and how can we get out amongst nature, and the properties are all here, right? Yeah. And so where can people find more of the maps? I know there's maps online, right?
Sure. So the Green Lake Conservancy website is full of information. It shows where all the properties are, and directions and what they might expect to find on the different properties. You can also go to the Chamber of Commerce office. You can go to the Historical Society. You can go to Town Square, and those maps are there as well.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Yep. Check out visitgreenlake.com as well for some online maps and the destination guide. And thank you both again. This is excellent.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
It's just a beautiful piece of the area. And follow us along next week for traveling through the Green Lake area.